Hey friends, in today's video we're going to have a no BS approach to obtain the new No Survivors SMG, which is the energy analog to the Immortal SMG. As y'all know, it is a target lock aggressive frame, one of the fastest TTK of SMGs, and it's just everywhere in PvP. So with No Survivors being in the energy slot, this allows you to use something like conditional finality, so that, true to the name of No Survivors, not even Antaeus Word can stop you from holding forward. So, how does this farm work? Or, before I show you the farm, I'm just switching checkpoints in the background, let's talk about No Survivors. The role I'm going to go for is Target Lock, and if I get Rangefinder, I'll use it this season, but ultimately I'll use something else next season. I think Surplus sounds good. Honestly, I'm kind of feeling the, yes, last video, the offhand strike just because it's funny, but I'll really take anything I can get on the left-hand column. The point is, I can farm this without having to play Trials of Osiris, so this is huge. On the screen now, you see the build I'm using to farm. There are 3 components to this farm. Everybody needs Acreus. You need a Well-Lock with Lunafaction, a Star Eater Scale Hunter with Pull, the Arc Staff, and then you need a Void Hunter. Doesn't have to be a specific build, but in this case, I use Gear Falcon with a Void Frame, a Void Wave Frame Grenade Launcher. I'm doing this in one take, trying to get this out as quick as possible so I can stream. But you can see in the background, someone was watching Frostbolt's stream, I'm not saying who, and we didn't rally in time, so we just had to reset. But if you're curious, I'm going to go ahead and put the dim links below so you can copy our builds 1-to-1. I'll tell you how this encounter works from my perspective. I pretty much just lay waste to all the ads, then some wizard spawn. I kill the wizards, finish the ghost, and I have a buff, and I can just deposit that buff at any of the 3 statues. By the time I get to the 3rd statue, instead of depositing, I ask my teammates, are you in position? Are you ready? They say yes, then I deposit, and then we start damage. It's very important to note with Acreus that I have to punch the boss to activate Trench Barrel. And this might sound counterintuitive, but you pretty much just want to shotgun melee repeatedly until the boss is stun locked. Once the boss is stun locked, then you can start doing 1 Trench Barrel activation to 3 shots. Trust me, I've done the research. This is just ultra consistent. So what are the other 2 jobs? So the Warlock is pretty much clearing ads with me, just shooting Waveframe at the floor and assisting with the wizard kills, while the Hunter is doing the underwater section. You have to grab a True Sight buff in the middle to see what the runes are on the chains on the side of the room. Then you go underwater and activate the corresponding runes to spawn the wizards. Then the Well-Lock and the Arc Staff Hunter meet up in the middle of the room, and right when they say they're ready, I deposit the final buff. Damage starts, well drops, I tether somewhere near the well, you kill a knight, knight drops an aura, and use that aura to break the shield of the boss, and then you start DPS, and the most important part is just straight up Acreus melee until it's stun locked. Once it's stun locked, at some point the tether is going away, and the Hunter needs to use a weaken grenade to continue to keep a debuff on the boss. And if everything is done correctly, you will one phase, making this one of the fastest ways to farm the SMG. And if all this sounds too complicated, worry not, because you can just do the first encounter to still get the SMG. So this is the Salty Spittoon version. The first encounter is Winnie Hut Jr.'s, but it is consistent, although very boring and long. I attribute it to the Vow of the Disciple bog, the starting area, that I never want to do again. So if Bungie gives me an option to go slightly faster with a little more effort, I'm going to do that. Anyhow, I'll be streaming right now, so stop by twitch.tv/camicakes, and I hope you found this video helpful. Good luck on your SMG farming, and I hope that you shut down some Antaeus Titans with conditional finality. That would be great. Notice that there is no strategy for Titan to help here. Yeah, I hope you don't get the SMG. You've already used Immortal enough. Anyway, I'll be streaming again. See you in the next one.